To talk about this event and give an explanation of how the event works. And first of all, I want to say the rewards are very good, and there's going to be a certain percentage of people that will literally just do what they normally do every day, and they'll look at this as free stuff, as other free stuff. Now, other people are going to look at this and they're going to look towards the bottom, and they're going to see very compelling rewards that are going to be necessary for getting into Dark Dimension 4, namely these 15s. And so they're going to want to optimize this event, and they're going to have to make decisions. What orb should I buy? How much blitzing? How much campaign energy do I have to spend? What offers are good in the store? And so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But I do want to say that the rewards are very good, and even if you just play the game the way they normally do, you're going to get decent rewards even at the bottom. But if you're a person that cares about getting into Dark Dimension 4, these 15s are very scarce and are going to be very important for me to get into Dark Dimension 4 in a timely manner. First things first, let's talk about the 3 different orbs that you get points with. And the 3 different orbs, I think there's 2 logical choices, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do with these orbs. The first thing I want to talk about is I think most people should be opening these primetime orbs. And I'm going to be opening these primetime orbs because there's a 5% chance that they will give me a Gear 15 piece, which is cool. Now, inside on all of the orbs, on the left side, they do have resources, and they do give gold, mega orbs, and premium orbs. Now, the main thing about the 800 orb is that it does give the Elite 5, so that's kind of a big deal. But I suppose that you could run the math and you could say, oh my goodness, even though this is not that great of rewards, blue gear, more blue gear, but if you look at it just from a gold point of view and mega orbs and premium orbs, you technically would get more gold by opening these 300s. But for me personally, I'm going to be opening the 800s. I just think that's the way to go. Now, the factors from getting points, and it's a little bit deceiving because the way it reads right here is earn screen time by participating campaign, blitz, raids, arena, and real-time arena. Spend these credits to open the following orbs. Now, the way that it really is that you get points by completing your daily activities. So by playing a ton inside of raids, you don't get extra points. Basically, if you just do your raid objectives and your daily activities, you get a certain amount of points. If you play in the arena, you get a certain amount of points for by completing your daily activities. Really, the only variables in this event is how much campaign energy do you spend. And the good news is that not only is it regular campaign energy, but it's also the ISO 8 campaign energy. And the second variable is how much blitzing are you going to do? Now, there's different amounts of points awarded for simming versus playing them manually. And you get more points by playing them manually. I think you get 36 points per win by playing them manually, and you get like 22 points. It's less, 22 points if you play by simming. So the question is, how much campaign energy do I have to spend, and how much blitz simming do I have to do? Now, the spreadsheets that were put together by Verandis and Mbaye have 2 different approaches, and we're going to look at both. Big shout out to both those guys. Very helpful information. Firstly, these were kind of done with the mindset of not buying a bunch of extra energy. And we're going to talk about the store here in a minute. But this is basically 4 energy buy, which is the 50 cores. A lot of people do that every day inside of the campaign energy. They refresh it, the 50 cores, and they get their free refreshes. That way they can get a certain amount. Now, some other people are going to be doing the hundreds, and for every energy that you spent, you basically are getting 100 of that screen time currency, which is used to buy the 800 orbs, right? The other variable is like how much do you do on the ISO 8s? You get a free rebuy, but some people on the ISO 8 will be doing the 50s a day, and you're going to get currency from doing that. So then the question is, if you do the minimums, which is the kind of explained right here, how much blitzing you have to do to max out the rewards for this event over the course of 14 days? And the answer is daily blitz sims. Like if you're simming, you have to get 117 wins. And if you're going to be doing manually, you have to get 71 wins. Now, for me personally, I'm not going to be doing the manually, so I just want to eliminate that from the conversation because I can do a full rotation. Basically, I can log in and just go through it and do it real quick, take less than 5 minutes. And the way that it's set up right now is that you can do up to 8 complete rotations per day. 8 rotations per day. So, and you can do them every 2 hours. So for me, I'm going to be logging in. I set a timer on my phone. I'm going to be logging in every 2 hours. Or if every time you log in, you just make a mental note to do the sim blitzing first, that's a good idea. And I just want to make, and you can't win all of your matches. And some people, depending on the size of your roster, I mean, this is going to be a variable depending on where your roster is at. But for me, I'm going to shoot for a target myself personally of trying to get a total of 20 wins per rotation. Now, in the past, when these events have ran, what we did is we would win 4, lose 1, win 4, lose 1, win 4, lose 1. And that way you can get through the event, because basically you're awarded points by winning, and it doesn't matter what tier you're at. So you can win 4 and lose 1. And by doing that, for me, that means I have 30 teams. I think it's realistic for me to have 20 wins per rotation. I'm going to need to get a total of 117 wins. And I'm going to divide that number by 20. Gives me the number that I need to do 5.85 rotations per day. So minimum of 5 rotations or maybe 6 rotations per day for me to finish it. So whatever time I log in, I'm going to do a rotation. If I log in 6 times per day, that's going to be 6 rotations. I can do up to 8 per day, and then it stops me at that point. You can't do more than 8. So that's it. One way of looking at it. Now we're going to get into the store and the way that why some offers are better than others. We're going to talk about here in a minute. The other spreadsheet that was put together, this one was done by Verandius, was done by Ibambe, and I really like the way this one was done a little differently. And he made it a different assumption. He's like, what if I do the 8 per day and I sim 160 wins per day? Based on that number that I just put up a minute ago, 20 wins per sim rotation, 8 times a day is 160 blitz wins per day. He predicts that he'll be able to finish the event early in about 11 days, 11.25 days. That's a different way of looking at it. Now let's look at the stores, because I did kind of glossed over these in offer review. And when at the time of making this video, a double XP is running, and I want to talk about why this is a bad offer compared to this offer right here. First things first, this offer right here gives 2,000 campaign energy. And at the time of making this video, double XP was running. 2,000 campaign energy equates to 2,000 of this screen time currency right here. 2,000 of the currency. So for the $20, you're actually getting 2,300 screen time currency and all this other stuff, right? And you're getting double XP, where up here, you're getting 2,400 for the $20 and some orbs. So this is a better deal. Now, down at the bottom, there's a similar situation. Now, I already bought it, but there's this right here for 400 cores, and you get 300 of the screen time. Not a good deal compared to, and I've already bought it, so I'm going to have to tell you what it is. It's 175 cores for 250 energy and some blitz simming currency. I don't know what it's called. So I can spend 175 cores and get 250 screen time energy, as opposed to getting 400. This is trash compared to the other one. And then I could use that currency to sim blitz more. Does that make sense? So overall, the event, I mean, for me, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be logging in every 2 hours, 6 times a day, banging through it real quick, which takes maybe about 5 minutes, trying to get at least 20 wins. Maybe you'll get more, maybe you'll get less. But the point is that I want to get up to, I want to make sure that I'm getting about 117, 120 energy. And then I want to make sure that I'm completing all my daily activities. This formula is assuming that I get the calendar login events, I'm doing all my daily activities, and I'm doing a minimal amount of energy buys right here, 4 and then 1 on the ISO 8. And then by logging in 6 times a day, running through it for 5 minutes, and I can do that every 2 hours, I should be able to max out the rewards for this event without having to spend any money. Now, if I do more refreshes, like if I do the 50s and the 100s on the campaign energy, the 100s on the campaign energy, the 50s on the ISO, I'm going to be able to do less. And then towards the end of the event, I'm going to be ahead. So my suggestion also too is to track your progress as you go through the event, because if you get halfway through the event and you see that you're halfway through the total amount of points, then you can know if you're pacing yourself correctly. I wish there was a new event character running right now rather than a character that I already have maxed out. But what it is, and I probably need to get into the habit of doing Sim Blitz every 2 hours, because that's going to be a thing in the future with new characters, and I gotta do that with one of the dad bros. At the end of the day, you know, if you really don't care about the rewards, just play the game the way they normally do and just collect the rewards. You get free stuff for I just play the game the normal way. That might be the best way to approach this event. And then also you could just go through the event, play the game the way they want, and then when it comes close to the end, then you could start making decisions. But I don't see any upside to buying any of these packs right now necessarily, because I can get through most of the event. And, you know, because we got the holidays, I mean, not be able to log in 6 times a day and spend 5 minutes. I'm just saying, because it's the holidays, right? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.
No words describe your savage life. Ooh, let's give it a go like our purpose shows. I wanna know